Hello, today is a great day for a miracle. Thank you for taking a walk with us into this world of miracles, where we explore a series of spectacular incidents that took place during the life and times of Jesus Christ called miracles. I am Reverend Ronald Nathan. I'm the minister of the Hogard AME Zion Church in Jackson, St. Michael, the island of Barbados. A miracle is an extraordinary and astonishing happening that is due to the presence and actions of God. The miracles of Jesus Christ gives us a glimpse of his compassion, his identity, and of his future plans, which culminates in our exclamation, "Oh my God." And so these OMG moments are our exploration of the miracles of Jesus. Today, we look at Jesus curing a deaf and mute man, found in Mark chapter 7, verse 31 to 37. And this is the second installment in looking at this miracle. I want to focus in on the 34th verse. And it tells us, he, Jesus, looked up to heaven and with a deep sigh said to him, Ephphatha, which means be opened. At this, the man's ears were opened, his tongue was loosened, and he began to speak plainly. Ephphatha is an Aramaic word meaning be opened. Here is Jesus using the lingua franca of Palestine in the healing of a man who was deaf and dumb. Let me declare that language matters. You say it once again. Language matters. When Jesus the Christ used the Aramaic language, he was using the common language of the common people of Palestine. Well, at that time, Aramaic was the main spoken language of the region. So if Jesus wanted to communicate with the masses in Palestine, he would have had to use Aramaic. No one questions whether he spoke Aramaic because most Semites spoke Aramaic at that time. Language, you see, is not only a vehicle for the expression of thoughts, perceptions, sentiments, and values characteristic of any particular community. It also represents a fundamental expression of the people's social identity. We hear so much of the biblical Hebrew, but little of Aramaic. Why was this? It is normally the powerful or powerful people whose languages are published. Hebrew was the language of the scholars and the scriptures. The scribes and Pharisees would have spoken Hebrew, and the copies of the Jewish scriptures were written in Hebrew. But Jesus' use here of the everyday language Aramaic reminds me of the Old Testament rendering of Psalms 19 verse 3, where it states, the heavens declare the glory of God and the earth shows God's handiwork. And goes on to say, there is no speech or language wherein the voice of God is not heard. The local language of the people is shaped by their experiences and becomes a vehicle for their culture. It has a particular resonance and meaning with them. It is therefore essential for God to be expressed in the local languages of a people. This is why we as Christians support the translation of the Bible into the languages of the world. Latin was spoken in 1st century Roman Empire. It was the legal language spoken in the law courts of Rome and by the Roman military. We have no evidence that Jesus was familiar with Latin. He would have been much more familiar with Greek, the common language of the Roman Empire used by the civilian administrators and for which most of the New Testament was translated into. Jesus grew up in a multilingual environment and would have been trilingual. He would have spoken Aramaic and Greek, and we know he read Hebrew. We know that he was literate, though there was less than 3% of Jews in Palestine that could read. But if you cannot hear or speak, then the language around you does not enhance your communications, such as was the condition of this man who was deaf and dumb. Jesus spoke in Aramaic to him. He looked up to heaven and with a deep sigh said, Ephphatha, which means be opened, and this man was healed. So there you have it, God the Father working the extraordinary through his Son for his praise, glory, and honor. May God bless you richly. If this meditation has been a blessing to you, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, share the link with your family and friends, and give us a thumbs up. God bless you once again. Have a great day.